Hello friends, I welcome you to EPG Pathshala. My name is Dr. Amit Katoch and I am working as Assistant Professor in University Institute of Hotel and Tourism Management of Punjab University. Dear students, I would be taking the module on the airway bill under the paper Air Cargo Operations and Management. After completing this module, the students will be able to learn about airway billing, types of airway billing, functions of airway bill, validity of airway bills, responsibility of airway bills and number of airway bills. Firstly, I would start with a brief introduction. An airway billing is basically a receipt provided for products and parcel by an international airline, and it is a proof of the commitment of coach. This bill is not negotiable. The airway bill includes the shipper's address, details and name followed by consignee's address, details and name, letter of code of airport which is the origin, code of destination's airport, proclaim shipment, worth for customs, total number of equipment parts, total weight of the consignment, details of the material and important instructions for handling it. This airway bill also mentions the terms and condition of the company who is shipping the parcel from one place to another, for example, liabilities limit and the process of claiming. Description about airway billing. Airway bills are a type of bill of lading which is utilized for international as well as domestic flights. Airway billing process is completed by the airline company or the exporter. This is used as receipt of shipment of material, proof of commitment of shipment, insurance document or proof, important instructions of handling, needful for clearance of customs, freight weight and details of shipper address and name. Mostly airway bills are composed of 3 original copies and 9 Xerox copies and are in different colors. Out of 3 original copy, first one is green in color and is made for the company or the airline and it is signed by the agent who is exporting it. And then comes the second original copy which is pink in color, the copy for the consignee and this is also signed by the agent itself. Then comes the third original copy which is blue in color, signed by the airline and it is handed over to agent or the exporter as a proof of the consignment just after the airline have allowed the parcel for shipment. Then comes the fourth copy, it is brown in color and is the receipt of delivery. The other copies are white in color. The major requirement is that airway billing must be attached with a commercial invoice, list of packaging material and many other important certifications which may be required for the clearance through customs and certification of origin. Sometimes the goods are transferred after 48 hours to the destination location for the safety reasons of the aircraft. There is a tracking number on the airway bill which helps in checking the delivery status. Along with this, it also helps in locating the current present location of the parcel which has been transferred. Every company has its own airway billing charges as per their terms and conditions. Now I will discuss about the types of airway billing. Basically, there are 2 types of airway billing which is utilized for the international transfer of goods. Airway bill which has pre-printed issuing carrier details, neutral airway bill which does not have pre-printed details of the carrier who is issuing, so it is utilized by different bodies different from air carriers. Then there are 3 different types of airway bills. Direct airway bill. This bill is issued by the carrier or the airline straight to the agent or the exporter. House airway bill when the consolidators issue this bill, and master's AOA bill when consolidator issues this bill on the behalf of the airline. There might be one or more house AOA bills in master AOA bill. Difference between bill of lading and AOA billing. Bill of lading is different from AOA billing, as lading billing is a document of title and AOA billing is not. But AOA bill can be constructed in a way that it can be utilized as a document of title along with it as document which is negotiable. In another way, AOA bill is a receipt which is prepared by the airline for the parcel to the person or company who is sending it, but bill of lading is a receipt provided by sea carriers for the parcel to the person or company who is sending it. Illustration: the AOA bill is document prepared by the airline or the carrier either via recognized agents or directly, and this document is very important. Airport to airport transportation of goods is included in the AOA bill. By receiving a parcel, an agent of IATA cargo acts in the interest of the transporter or the conveyor whose airway bill is provided to make bookings or check the delivery status and latest location of the parcel. There is an 11-digit number which can be utilized in AOA bills. The person or company that transfers the parcel always gets AOA bill just after handing it over to them. As the parcel is transferred through air, it is obvious that the transit duration is very less as compared to the shipment through sea, so that set of all the AOA bills are dispatched with the goods itself just for urgent reference and for the clearance through the customs by the importer at the final destination port. Just after the completion of the customs procedure and formalities at the origin port, customs point IATA agents issues the cargo transfer manifest besides with AOA bill and many different certificates which are required by air carriers for the transfers. The AOA bill's original copy is mandatory for importers, shipper, carrier along with the extra copies. Once after arrival of cargo at the destination, the importer or his cargo agent approaches the destination office of air carrier and collects AOA and other required documents sent by shipper along with cargo for necessary documentation for import customs clearance procedures and other references. Importer may also collect copies of documents by courier or mail from shipper before arrival of goods. Now I will discuss the functions of AOA bill. Carriage contract. On back side of the AOA bill, there are the terms and conditions of the commitment. It acts as a proof of receipt, that is, as soon as the transporter supplies the carrier to forward agency, they will be getting a receipt of proof. It is a proof that the parcel condition was good at the time of handing over. Along with that, they will be mentioning the important instructions as per the shipper's applications of order which are adequate. Following the accomplishment and AOA bill's original copy is provided to the shipper as a proof of the obtaining of cargo and as carriage contract evidence. AOA bill acts as a bill of shipment. The AOA bill might be utilized as an invoice along with other important documents, as it may let to know about the price which needs to be paid by the receiver, charges due to the agent or the carrier. AOA bill's original is utilized for the accounting of the conveyor. AOA bill acts as an insurance document. This bill can also be represented as a proof only if conveyor is in a situation to insure the cargo. Mostly they are instructed to do so by the airlines and the shipping company. AOA bill also acts as a customs declaration. Although customs command needs many different types of documents such as commercial statement, list of packing materials and so on. This is fulfilled by A-way bill itself. The A-way bill is an evidence of the cargo calculated for the material transferred simultaneously, might be required so as to present it for clearance of customs. A-way bill has a great design which has been outlined by IATA, and these can be utilized for international transportation and domestic transportation both. There are two types of custom declaration, which are the airline logo equipped A-way bill and the neutral A-way bill. Mostly airline A-way bills are spread by IATA Airlines to cargo agents of IATA. The A-way bills shows the carrier's name, its head office address and its logo along with the pre-printed 11-digit A-way bill number. This is as well feasible to conclude an A-way bill via computerized system. In today's time, all the agents of this line are utilizing their personal in-house computer systems worldwide for providing freight forwarders and airlines along with A-way bills. Mostly A-way invoices of many different conveyors are facilitated by IATA cargo agents only, but in the computer system, this slowly gets tough in indulging these A-way bills, which are pre-numbered to accompany them with the printed identification. This leads to establishment of the neutral A-way bill. The style and layout of the A-way bills, both types are same, but the neutral A-way bill does not carry any pre-printed name of the individual, address of the head office, serial number and logo. Now I will discuss about the validity of the A-way bill. The A-way bill is an agreement that is a contract compulsion through law. Shipper or his agent sign are very important to be done so as to become a genuine agreement, as well as by the conveyors, its agents which are authorized. While the similar single person or corporation may work in the interest of the conveyor and the shipper who is sending the cargo from one destination to another, the A-way bill should be signed 2 times in the specific carrier with everyone and shipper boxes. Both the signs may be of the same man. These two states that the A-way bill should be provided urgently on the receipt of the material and the important directions for the handling through application from the person or company who is sending the cargo. Since if the A-way bill is not signed 2 times and not dated, that means the cargo will not be accepting the terms and conditions of the agreement or the contract, and this will result in that the conveyor or the transporter will not take any authority or capability for the cargo. Thus, the authenticity of the A-way bill and the agreement of coach become invalid just after the delivery of the goods to the consignee or the agent. Responsibility of the A-way bill. In simple terms, the A-way bill is an agreement. In simple terms, the A-way bill is an agreement between the conveyor and the person or the company who is sending the cargo from one place to another. The consignee mostly works as a mediator between the person or the company who is sending the cargo from one place to another and conveyor or transporter. In another way, it can be said that the A-way bill is an agreement of better trust. This means that the shipper will be responsible for the haul, also be liable for all the damage suffered by the airline or any person due to irregularity, incorrectness or incompleteness of insertions on the A-way bill, even if the A-way bill has been completed by an agent or the carrier on his behalf. Just after the person or the company who is sending the cargo from one place to another authorizes the A-way bill, either application of important instructions are given, then it means that the consignee have agreed to the terms and conditions of the agreement. Why A-way bills are non-negotiable? AOA bills are the documents which are non-negotiable and are different from bills of lading as they are negotiable documents. On the top of the AOA bill, it is very clearly mentioned that this is non-negotiable, which directly means that the AOA bill is an agreement of conveying the cargo only as it does constitute the stock value declared on the packing nature and the quantity of the cargo. But on the other hand, if we talk about the bill of lading via ocean, which is negotiable, it may constitute the value of the cargo and must be countersigned by the person who finally accepts the parcel. While the AOA bills are not the transferable documents, so it can be utilized as a mode of payments also. Such thing can be processed only via the mediator of a bank as well as only at the period of time when the coach is subjected to an application of solvency. The invoice value of the conveyed cargo can be collected from the bank only after the AOA bill mentions the term of credit through application which permits the airline or the shipper to show the original copy of the AOA bill in bank and collect from them only. The worth to the shipper is handed over via bank which gets deducted to the agent, the one who requests the cargo. At the final station, the conveyor or the transporter will only deliver the cargo to the agent or the consignee after getting the receipt of bank release orders via agent's bank only. The cargo sent via air shipment is directly assigned to the person or the agent name mentioned in the letter of credit. Till the time the cargo is delivered to an issuing bank, which can be a third party, the importer can get the parcel from the conveyor or the transporter at final location without paying money to the bank who will issue or the agent. Thus, until a payment of cash has been recovered by the exporter or the buyer's honesty is not questionable. Thus, it is risky to directly consign the cargo to the importer. Cash on delivery basis is also possible at some final locations or the destinations for air shipment, and the cargo is directly delivered to the importer or the shipper who is going to receive the goods. The parcel is given to the importer only if he or she pays full payment as well as attached with the terms in the AOA bill. While in air shipment, the consignor or the importer most of the time employ an organization which collects and transports the cargo on demand of the other company or consolidator for handling the transportation of material. The agent or the consignor gives the shipper's application of orders which permits the transporter agent for countersigning some documents like the AOA bill for the person who sends the shipment. The AOA bill should mention that the material has been received for shipment and it should be authorized or countersigned by the conveyor or the transporter, either the agent's name or on the charge of the conveyor. The authorization or countersign of the transporter should be mentioned as conveyor, and when we talk about the case of consignee authorization or countersign, the total capacity and the name of the conveyor should importantly be mentioned in that. On whose charge the consignee authorize or countersign the AOA bill. Master AOA bills. International AOA bills that have stabilized goods are known as master AOA bill. Master AOA bills have extra documents known as house AOA bills. Every house AOA bills consists of details of every single shipment like consignee, contents, details, etc. inside the combination. International AOA bills which are not combined are known as simple AOA bills. A house AOA bill can additionally be generated by an organization which collects and transports the cargo on demand of other company. Just after the booking, shipment is done, the master AOA bills will be generated and given to the conveyor. In turn, they provide their own house AOA bill to their clients. Procedure of disbursement of payment. First of all, submit the request for the disbursement of payment. Attach the entire important supporting documents with it like non-negotiable AOA bills, commercial bills and importer's background and business activity information. Number of AOA bills. The AOA bills number is a 11-digit number and distributed in 3 parts. Airline prefix are the first 3 numbers out of 11 digits. Then comes the serial number of AOA bills which cover next 7 numbers. The last number left is the check digit. It is basically when a 7-digit number is divided by 7, every time the remainder left behind is the check digit. For example, 8114034 divided by 7 gives 1159147 with remainder 7. So, 7 will be the last digit of 11-digit AOA bill. The AOA bill is a critical air cargo document that constitutes the contract of carriage between the shippers and the carriers. Electronic AOA bill resolution 672 MEA removes the requirement for a paper AWB. There is therefore no longer a need to print, handle or archive the paper, largely simplifying the air cargo process. The EAWB project is part of the E-Freight initiative and aims at encouraging air cargo players to use the electronic AWB, that is EAWB, instead of its paper version. Moving to EAWB is a key enabler to achieve the 100% E-Freight vision. EAWB Link is a basic industry tool designed for small and medium sized freight forwarders to become EAWB capable. In May 2017, the air cargo industry processed more than 2.4 million AOA bills. The industry is driven by 3 main regions representing 75% of AWBs, that is Europe, Asia Pacific and North Asia. The global EAWB penetration reached 50.6% on the legally feasible trade lanes, nearly 60% of the AWBs. In December 2016, the global EAWB penetration reached 48.9% on the feasible trade lanes, a shortfall of 7.1 percentage points against the industry target of 56%. Now I will summarize the entire module. The AOA bill is an important document that accompanies goods shipped by an international courier to provide detailed information about the shipment and allow it to be tracked. Also, it has multiple copies so that each party involved in the shipment can document it. The bill contains the shipper's name and address, consignee's name and address, 3-letter origin airport code, 3-letter destination airport code, declared shipment value for customs, number of pieces, gross weight, a description of the goods and any special instructions, example perishable. It also contains the conditions of contract that describes the carrier's terms and conditions, such as its liability limits and claims procedures. It is a non-negotiable transport document. It covers transport of cargo from airport to airport. By accepting a shipment, an IATA cargo agent is acting on behalf of the carrier whose AOA bill is issued. The AOA bill is an important document and serves as a contract of carriage, evidence of receipt of goods, freight bill, certificate of insurance and customs declaration. The need of the hour of AWB is to go paperless. The challenges in implementing EAWB are that regulatory limitations occur at the airports, its procedure not harmonized between freight forwarders, airlines and ground handling agents. Majority of SME forwarders are not having technical ability, perceived complexity to do EAWB for forwarders dealing with multiple airlines, etc. Thank you and have a great future.